Hello, 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 all my beautiful, amazing, fantastic machine heads. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to episode number 31 on the Wilderness Wildlands series for Farming Simulator 25 on the Pinewood Forest map, shall we say. Let's get it correct. My name is Free Machine Gaming, and welcome in. As you can see, we have great news, episode 31, and we are going to be paying off our loan. Yay! We've only got 3 more episodes to go on this series, and then we are going to be wrapped up. So today we're going to pay the loan off, and we're going to plant right over some sugarcane. I'm going to turn down my volume because my speakers are crackling in my ears just a little bit, so I can still talk as loud as I am. So I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you guys are doing awesome, and I hope you guys are doing fantastic, because you know I am as usual. Let me show you my statistics here. Let's go up here. Statistics. We are at 3,600 trees, and we at 56 hours. So I played about 2 hours ahead, and we're doing really well. So let's get this loan paid off so we can officially be out of debt. And then I've got a decision to make whether or not I sell the workshop down there and just put in the book bag so we can sleep still. But we are planting over the sugarcane. It is still growing. We are planting poplar. Right in here we have a direct drill that's ready to go. And then as we, when we get to the poplar harvest, as we get through the harvest, we're going to just paint over the fields and get rid of them so that we can know where we left off and going and going and going. So I've got, let's see, well, we're on 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. I've got 4 more episodes to go. This one, and then I'm going to start pushing across the trees, pushing that. And then when we get to, I want to have at least 1 poplar harvest and then 1 final poplar harvest is what I want to do so that we can finish this map up. So anyways, without further ado, let's get going. Let's get here to the finances and pay back our loan. We are officially going to be out of debt. It took us 31 episodes to pay back $7,600,048. We're plus $518,000 now. So we have done it. We have done it. Let's lower this. Oops, down here. And then turn this on, and we're going to plant poplar right over the top of our sugarcane, and it makes the sugarcane disappear, and we are ready to go. So now we're on our way. We've only got a few and we can plant these all at the same time because I can always fast forward time to get to what we need to. But now we're going to, we also changed out the Brucks for the Trex 600, and we've got $450,000 or 450,000 liters in here already. This little few trees, and then we're literally done with that next section, and we're ready to go. We're just everything is going very well in this series. I've had nothing but fun. I have played, like I showed you guys in the beginning, 56 hours on this map, and I have not had one single issue at all. So hats off to the map author for allowing me to use their map and playing their map. But like I said, we have 4 more episodes to go, and I'm going to start now pushing ahead by like 1,000 trees. So when we come back next time, we're going to go to 1,000 trees and go from there. So we're going to make sure that we just go right along the edge here and keep planting all the sugarcane fields that we can. The first couple of them in about 3 months will be ready. We still have to leave the thing over there, the buyable sell point, or buyable crop stuff, because we still need to buy seeds just a few more times. We've only got a few more fields to go, and then we'll be ready to go. As you can see, we fly through seeds. Poplar is just like, I noticed with the crops that come back year after year after year, or every single time, they use a lot more seeds. Plus, I'm also planting at 15 miles an hour, and using an 18-meter seeder. So, it's pretty cool. But now my goal is to get every tree on the map done, and then every harvest of poplar done. So, if we do this correctly, then we will have. I just can harvest the field and then do 1,000 trees, and then that's my day, and that's it. So the reason I brought the Trex back in is because when I use my personal modded chainsaw, and the Lumberjack mod. So for those of you who don't know, the Lumberjack mod, you can speed up your cut time, your distance, all that stuff. And I have a super modded chainsaw that I made myself for Farming Simulator 25. I converted it over from Farming Simulator 22, and it cuts in less than 1 second. So in 100 seconds, I can cut down 100 trees, and then with the Trex, and you lower it down, you can zip through, and it takes me about 7 minutes to do total time to do 1,000 trees. And then I have the automatic stump remover, which is it's the, I can't remember the mod, Clearfield map, or Clearfield, something like that. I don't know, it's the mod where every night at midnight it clears the stumps. So I don't even have to stop and do stumps. I can it just automatically does it when I go to the next day. So there's a lot of cheaty mods in this series. There's a lot of things that are absolutely awesome. But as soon as this series is done, we're going to get rid of a lot of them, and then we're going to get set up for backcountry, because we're going to go to backcountry, and I've got a series that I've come up with that for that one. It's going to have its own rules. It's going to have the same thing, and then sorry, and then we've also got the Real series where we are on the map challenge on the Sibuk Hawo. I think it's called. It's been a few days since I've done it. So the Sibuk Hawo map. Sibuk Hawo. It is. I give my hats off to a absolute stud person that made that series, or made that name of that map. So we're gonna head down here, and I think this is the next one we're gonna plant. I think this is ready to go here for sugarcane. Let's make sure. I think it's only 50%. It's 0% fertilized, which we're going to get 50% off of this right away. So, see if we can do 2 fields with the 10,000 liters. And then I think we've got that one next to us to do, and then one straight across. Oh, no, we got the grass fields to do too. We are even doing our grass fields in poplar. So now we've officially done, if you think about it, everybody, from the series, we started with 0 money, and we used loans to buy every single thing we did. So we purchased, right off the bat, we purchased 1,000 cows. We had that first. And we went all the way in debt to $7.6 million in debt. And that's not counting changing this and changing that and, taking loans out to, do that. But we not only did 1,000 cows, but we did 2,000 cows on this map, which is absolutely insane if you think about it. So 2,000 cows, and we started out where we planted. And remember when we first started, we only had like 6 or 7 meter equipment. It was really small when we started, and we went to we grew oats first, remember? And then after oats, we went to canola. After canola, we went to sugarcane, and then went from sugarcane to poplar. So that's oats, canola, sugarcane, poplar. 4 different crops on this map that we've run through. We're in year 4. We're literally almost getting, in a couple of months, we will be in year 5. And we are, is this poplar or sugarcane next to me? Whoops, where am I here? Sugarcane. Okay, got to plant that one, and then we're getting caught up. But we have accomplished a lot. Remember, we went from 6 meter equipment, having 0 money in the bank, to paying off a $7.6 million loan and being $518,000 to the positive. And we've still got thousands and thousands of trees to cut down. Remember, when we started, this whole section here was all trees. And we've chipped away at it, and I was keeping a strict 100 tree for every episode, but as you can see, we're on 3,600 now, and we're only on episode 31, so we are starting to go ahead a little bit, and we're going to get ahead by a lot, especially now that I have the Trex. When you guys know that when I pull the Trex out, it's time to start wrapping the series up, but if we can get everything done within 35 episodes, 40 tops, if I end up going to 40 episodes, that's fine, but 35 episodes is pretty darn good. And it's a lot of progress, and it's a lot of things that we've accomplished in a short period of time. Now, the On the Map challenge will be a little bit slower, and I've also had a lot of requests to do a, I think I can reach this, to do an ultra-realistic series again after the On the Map challenge is done, but do it on a map that has really small fields. so that way we can still do progress, but you guys get a chance to see what real is. So I wanted to bring up, we had a comment by one of our family members that said that that they thought that my audience would tolerate watching, had the patience to watch it. And while I agree with that being true, it doesn't work out that way. I've been doing YouTube videos for just a little bit. I think it was 19 or 20 that I started. So just a little over 5 years I've been doing videos, and we've grown organically, and we've grown, and we're still growing every day, every month, every video we're growing. And that's all I care about. I'm not looking to get rich off of YouTube. I do this because it's a hobby. I have a full-time job as a farmer. You guys know that. I have a full-time job, and I take care of everything I need to do. So I don't do YouTube to make lots of money, but I have seen a lot of patterns. So I wanted to address the fact of that person said that they thought that our family members had the patience, and as well as I agree with that, I have to disagree. I have to politely disagree with it, because of the simple fact that I've done it many times. Remember, I've told you guys what my original that was weird. Oh, because I don't know. I've done it many times. In fact, I've changed my intro. My original intro, for those of you who wanted to hear it or have heard it before in the past, was welcome back to the Realistic Farming Channel for Farming Simulator. Back then it was 22, I think it was 19. It was 19, where we use real tractors, we use real equipment, we have realistic tutorials, and we have a real lot of fun. That was what I made my channel. That was my original intro and what I wanted to do with my channel. But slowly you realize that people are busy, people are doing the things they need to do. We might be able to get one more field, or should we just go by it? Let's just go by it. You just realize over time what works and what doesn't work, and what works on my channel is realistic-ish, and we have lots of challenges, we have lots of big farming, we have lots of things to look ahead to, and we generally play realistic-ish, if you know what I mean. So I don't know how much 10,000 seeds is going to cost me, but we'll find out here. $2,000. Now, when I was buying this fertilizer too, if you notice, we use fertilizer a lot slower. When I was buying it both, it was like $20,000. So $2,000 for seeds, and I got 2 full fields planted already. So, and then I think this one's next. I think this is the big one next, and then there's one across. Yes. All right, let's go do this one. So let's go over here and open this up. But yeah, so. Getting back, I got off track there a little bit. I got busy trying to do, because I think this is poplar now, right? Poplar, okay. There we go. Yeah, I have just found over time. Now, I do want to bring one back, and I do want to do a series at it, but you learn quickly that it must be on a very small map. We've tried them. Every single time I've tried it has been on big maps, so what that leads me to believe is maybe our family member was correct in the sense where you guys would want to watch it, but when I start doing it on a 4x, 5x, 16x map, it's kind of hard when you're doing 200 acres to have people watch 9, 10, 11, 12 episodes in a row of me harvesting. Plus it kind of keeps it where you don't have a lot to talk about, if you know what I mean. You find yourself trying to just manufacture stuff to talk about. So maybe after the On the Map challenge is done, maybe we will find a nice 1x map that we can do the ultra realistic stuff on, where we have, like we'll do a dairy farm where we have like maybe 20 cows or something, and see if we can go a full year at it, and go from there. So yeah, I think I might do that, but that's down the road because we have to complete that series first. So what I made a promise to my wife was that starting, August 1st, that we are not going to jump maps. We're going to finish the maps that we are on and finish the challenges that we started with it. And sometimes you get 25, 30, 31 episodes into a series, 40 episodes. You forget what your original challenge is because your series evolves and changes and does a lot of different things that you're supposed to, like, it's weird. So, and you have to go back and watch the first couple episodes to figure out what you had promised people and what you were doing. But starting August 1st, which is, I'm recording this on the 22nd, I think. No, it's not the 22nd. It is the 28th I'm recording this on. So in 3-4 days, it will be the first, and then going forward with the first, my new rules for my channel will be once we start a series, we stay on it and we get completed. And I'm really thinking strongly of doing one series at a time. And even though I might just stay on the On the Map challenge until it's done. And then when it's done, go to another series. Because although I like to have the two series going, it is, it's kind of a pain to kind of remember, like, what you've talked about, what you've planned on doing, and things. Why is that so slow now? I forgot that I had it set for the fertilizer speed. So I think what I've decided to do is we're going to go back and forth until this series is done. And then rather than jump right into the backcountry, we're going to go and finish the On the Map challenge and do that sort of thing. And that's a real simple series. And, it may change too. It may only get 10, 12 episodes in, and we may bring backcountry back because people want it. But I'm going to keep the other series because that's the promise I made to my wife, that as of August 1st of 2025, I'm no longer map jumping. That's it. I'm not playing this jumping maps anymore. I want to finish a series, and that's why it's very important to me to pick a map that we can stay on. I'd rather take a little while to pick a map than to jump all over the place. But welcome also to all of the brand new family members that we have gained over the last month or two. You guys are amazing. Welcome in. And I hope you guys are enjoying what you like. The more that you guys like and subscribe and share my videos and talk about them and do the things you want to do within my videos, the more that you have comments, the more videos I want to make. Because I get super excited when I get up in the morning and get ready to go to work, get ready to milk cows, and you see that there's already, sometimes I post a video at, midnight my time. Sometimes I post a video at 2 a.m. my time. Sometimes I post videos at 8. I'm never a structure with that. It's always all over the place. But no matter how many or what time of the day or how many videos I put out, I get lots and lots and lots of comments, and it gets exciting when you can look at your comments and say, yep, this is great. All right, so this is field number 3 done. So we'll shut that off. And did you guys ever notice, too, that the tire tracks, it stays on the field? It's pretty cool. It's kind of like super realistic in a way. So we got this little grass one here, and then the field straight across. And then all of our fields are planted in poplar. Now, after they're planted and they've grown, then we're going to, once we harvest the field, then we're going to just paint it over in grass. And we're going to have, when we're all done with this series, we're going to have one giant map with nothing but grass on it. And that's it. All the farm will be gone. Everything will be gone. And we will post, I think my final video of this, I will post a side-by-side, if I can figure out how to do it, to where we show you guys what it looked like in the beginning and different stages of it and what it looks like now, because my goal is you see how far out there right now? We can't see the trees that far away, but eventually I want to look all the way across the map. And then that way when we paint the grass field in, then we no longer have to go anywhere else after that. We're not going to mow anymore. We're not going to do anything. And boy, I've got a surprise for you guys on the On the Map challenge. And I don't know, I really like in the idea of that on the map challenge. It kind of gives you a goal without, usually my challenges, like 95% of my challenges result in massive, like, let's cut every tree down, let's do all that stuff, let's do this stuff. And it's just like huge challenges. And I want to start accomplishing some of them. But the own the map challenge is really simple. It's just simple. Own the map by doing it legit ways. Don't put 2,000 animals in there and do it that way. Do it legit. Buy your field from the legitimate stuff that you're doing on the farm. Like this series, I wasn't going to sell. In fact, we did really well. I still, episode 31, have not sold any wood chips. This has all been from selling milk, which is what we wanted, and then selling sugarcane, and that's it. We had a couple of times where we sold some slurry and manure and things like that, but you guys know for a fact that you don't make a lot with slurry manure. That's it. You just don't. I'm hoping the 5,000 liters will plant that field there, and then we are done. We can sell this planter, and we're done with the whole planting of any more crops. We're finished. And so I'm going to go a little bit longer. Normally I go 20 minutes. I'm going to go a little bit longer today so that we can get this field done, and then I can sell the cedar, and we can then concentrate on letting these crops grow. And like I said, I can come in, do 1,000 trees, and fast forward to the next day. Come in, do 1,000. As you can see, the last time we were on this, I think we're 3 or 4 months ahead of where we were. Because as the series goes down, as you can see right from here, from this field, it's not that far to the edge of the map. So that's it. Now, there is going to be some caveats to the trees cutting down. And what I mean by that is there's going to come a section of the very edge of the map that you can't paint past. And so what I'm going to do is I will not cut the trees past that. That's not fair because technically they're out of bounds. Now, when you walk or you go to drive, you can drive along the very edge of the map, but you cannot build anything, nor can you paint anything past it. So wherever it stops us from painting, that's the trees that we stop. Now, that's to take into consideration. And now I've never done it on this map, but I'm assuming, in fact, let's do this real quick. I'll show you. This is what I mean. All right, so we're going to go to construction. We're going to go to painting. We're not going to paint anything on there. We're just going to randomly pick this one. And we're going to bring our thing up. Now watch, when I push it, right there, that's the edge. That's where we're painting to. That's when we're done. We're not going to go all the way to the edge. So if you look at reality, we've only got to go from here to there. That's it. And that's a full brush stroke and everything. Because in reality, yes, you can walk up there. Yes, you can cut the chainsaw down there. Yes, you can drive. But technically, you can't build anything on it, and you can't paint on it. Now, you look at, that's the edge of the map there. And then I'm going to come down here. So that's what we're going to do. Whoops. That's reality of it. Now, if you can build on it if you use a mouse on PC, but on console you can't, because you don't have any access to it. Now on a PC, I can put my cursor down and plant and build and stuff right up to the edge of the map. But we're gonna do it kind of more like neato here. We might have to buy some more seeds. And that's it. And then we're going to be rocking and rolling. This is the last field we got to plant. And then we are done with the cedar. Every field that we have, including all of our grass ones, has been planted in poplar. So that's exciting. It's just been a long, awesome journey. It's been pretty cool. And I can't wait. So after talking to you guys, I had everything, you have on your brain of what you want to do and all the things that you want to do. I was going to go right from here to backcountry. I think that when we get finished with this series, we'll switch back to just one, and we'll go to Own the Map Challenge. And I think then going forward, we'll pick one series to stay on it, and that's why this series is, episode 31 already, because for the longest time we just played it. And that way you guys can sink in, you can enjoy it. And then, like I said, when we own the whole map of that one and we're done with that, the only goal is just own the whole map. But we must harvest everything, at least one harvest on it. So I think once we own the whole map, then no matter how many episodes it does, then we'll go back to backcountry and we'll do another one of these maps, and then we'll stay on one map and go forward, you know? So, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. As LL Cool J would say, doing it and doing it and doing it well. So, I also think that the 30-minute videos are pretty cool. Even though 20-minute videos is pretty spot on, the 30-minute videos, like, they give you just that extra 10 minutes to feel like you can get some stuff done. As you can see, we're at about 25 minutes, and we've planted like 4 fields or 5 fields. We filled some seed, and we're out of debt, and that's what's exciting. The other thing I think I want to do is, because I will not need a workshop, because I have the mobile workshop on the mod. So we're going to sell that there, and we're going to drop down the duffel bag to sleep in. And that way we don't have any property maintenance other than just that duffel bag. And we will not need the tractor anymore, because our wood chips can go from there, and we can sell the poplars right from the big machine. All right, so that's done. So now we're ready to go with that. So guess what we need to do now? We can sell off the vehicles. We can sell off this. We don't need it anymore. And we can sell off this. Now look how many pieces of equipment we have. That's it. That we need, that we need, and that we need. That's the header. We absolutely need those. So we're going to come over here now, and we're going to sell. Let's get him out of here. Because we have the mobile workshops, we don't need this, but we do need to put down a house. As you can see, we're almost at $1 million. We've spent a lot of money on this map. Shut this down, and then go to construction, and then we're going to sell this. Sell this. And then we're going to sell this. And then we're going to paint this in here. There we go with that. And then we're going to sculpt it. Just kind of looks like it has a bunch of ripples in it. Make it nice and flat like it was in the beginning. Now we have expanded this farm quite a bit. Expanded it quite a bit. All right, so there you go. We're officially that. So now what we have to do really quick is purchase our farmhouse, which is all the way down here. It's a little duffel bag. Now I'm going to have to put it someplace where I remember where it's at, because we're going to be sleeping there. And how much is this per day? There we go. Now we're going to keep this right next to it so we know where we're at until we harvest, and then we'll drive back here. Just so I can tab to it to sleep to it, because it's going to be a few more months. Right there. Now, if you look this, I've got the additional thing in here. We are on stage 16 out of, or 6 out of 14. So, there you go, guys and gals. We have, whoops, I'm going to do this a little bit more. I'm going to get this kind of smoothed out here. Construction, smooth. We've added so much to this map. Absolutely crazy. Get that a lot less steep. I don't know why we didn't do that to begin with. There. All right, so we're going to wrap it up there and say our goodbyes. And when we come back, we'll be... I'm going to try to... I might have to go ahead by 6 months. Well, I'll go ahead by 8 months to get to where this is ready to go. But we'll see what we can do. We'll go ahead by 1,000 trees and see where that leaves us, because we have a couple of... In fact, I think what I'll do is come back when I have the 2 million liters in there full, and then we'll be able to sell that off and continue to make our money. So on that note, please, please, please look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's families. Be sure to like and subscribe and share. Hit the little notification ding ding bell to get notified when Fury drops a video. Be sure to enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you're watching this. And remember, I love you all, and I will catch you guys right back here tomorrow with the On the Map challenge. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the series so far. We are rocking and rolling. We only got 4 more episodes max. When I come back on the next episode, I will be at... we're going to go from 3,600 to 4,600. And then that'll be another episode. And then 5,600 after that. And we'll go from there. And then when our first poplar harvest, we'll keep harvesting fields every time until they're done. And I'm hoping... We'll do a first popular harvest, and then we'll do a last popular harvest, and that's it. And then the map should be wrapped up. So, all right, guys and gals, get out of here, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Have a great one, everyone.